Hey everyone, welcome back to more Warhammer Underworlds. I'm DisturbingPuppet. So today we're going to do a run with the Thorns of the Briar Queen. I've been playing around with them a little bit, actually having some fun with them. I think I've been really lucky as well playing with them. They're kind of an odd faction. We'll take a quick look here. So the Briar Queen has some ranged attacks. When she upgrades, I think she does more damage. Let me just double check. Yeah, so she'll go up to 3 damage there on an upgrade. Inspired is what that's called in this game. So what happens with that is if we're adjacent to an enemy fighter at the beginning of the activation, a lot of us do have that, so it being adjacent, but she can attack from range, which is probably where I'm going to keep her. Vaclav, or Varklov, the Cruel here, so same kind of thing. He is fairly decent, but he has a pretty cool ability here. So push all friendly chain rasps up to 2 hexes toward the nearest enemy fighter. You can only do this one action once per round. A lot of the other characters, I think even the hanged one, the ever hanged counts as a chain rasp, so it works for that. It's a nice way to get a lot of movement. So this faction has a lot of movement. They're all also ethereal, so they can move through terrain. Which is kind of cool, and they don't have to worry about any lethal tiles doing any damage to us, which is kind of neat. So I think that's here. Yeah, lethal or normal. We can move through blocked and occupied hexes. As long as the empty hex is where we end up, that's totally fine. So yeah, it's a lot of like swarming enemies as we've got huge numbers and just kind of beating people to death. It's kind of fun. At least as far as, stuff goes in this game. So yeah, he cancels a chain rasp. I think he's got a decent attack on an upgrade as well. So it goes from 2... Nah, it's still 2. Some of them do improve, not all of them do. And then we've got the generic chain rasps, although I feel like some of them... Yeah, so like this one only does 1 point of damage. So these two only do 1, whereas the others do 2. We have a variety of ways to get victory points, which mainly involve swarming other opponents, keeping people off of our side of the field, and getting our guys to the other side of the field, which is something we can kind of do because we're fairly quick. So that's sort of what we're trying. So it's kind of weird having quick undead. I kind of like these guys a little better than the Sepulchral Guard. But yeah, I think I've also been very lucky playing them. So we'll jump in, do a bot match here. Who do we want to play against? So that's always interesting. I've played them against the Skaven, and I have played them against Garrick's Reavers, which we went and did a pretty good job at. I don't like the human factions just because they look silly. Out of all the different factions of Age of Sigmar, all the human factions just look really goofy to me. Well, I mean, Chaos has humans in it, and they look, relatively chaosy, so that's fine. The dwarves also look kind of freaky, so maybe we'll play the dwarves just to see how it goes. I typically like dwarves, but the dwarves in this look just, I don't know, something about them just makes my skin crawl a little bit. All right. Yeah, you can pick your board first, that's fine. All right, so we want to have ones that have us deployed fairly far up, though, as well, because we want to engage close. We want to move to the other side of the field. So what I've usually picked has been, like, I think Shattered Tower, mainly. Mirrorwell's not too bad. Which do I prefer? We'll go Shattered Tower, that's fine. And we'll just have it kind of a straight lineup because we want to kind of rush to the other side. I think, so to be on the opponent's side for victory points, we have to be on this line or further. This middle line doesn't count. But for not being in our own, which is another card we have for victory points, I think we can be in this middle just as long as we're not on this side. So it's kind of a weird dead zone here in the middle. Yeah, it's fine. We'll just line it up like that. So we are going to play subjectives now. Objectives matter absolutely not to me at all. I don't think I have any cards that have anything to do with grabbing objectives, but I would like to keep them away from my opponent if possible, because he might. And for lethal hexes, he threw one right there. So he's got a couple deployments quite far up, which is potentially an issue. But we can kind of ignore that, and we can kind of take advantage. I'm going to see if I can maybe knock people around if he goes in here and try to get him extra damage going there. Wish that would not pop up when I'm playing games. I really don't care if other people are playing. Go away. Thank you. All right, I don't even know how many people are in the Chosen Axes. I've never played against the dwarves. I think it's 3 or 4. The more that there are, I think the better, because we can get more victory points. So what do we have here? Score this end phase if each player has at least 1 fighter in their own territory and 1 fighter in enemy territory. So that's pretty doable. Crushing Force. If a friendly fighter makes a successful attack that deals at least twice as much damage as is needed to take the target out, probably not going to happen against these guys. This is something that kind of like you're fighting Skaven that only have 2 health or something. That can kind of work out, but against these guys, they're probably going to be a bit tougher. Probably won't work for me. And this one, if we make a reaction. So we have these reaction cards. Let's see, yeah, so this one's a reaction. So yeah, we could do that. So second wind, I tried this once before. It didn't work the way I thought, so I'm not really sure if this card works the way I think it does. Choose a friendly fighter that has one or more charge token. So you've charged with them already. In the next activation, treat them as if they had one fewer charge tokens than they have, and one more move token than they have. So that should mean that instead of having a charge token, they have a move token, which means they should still be able to attack. But when I played this before, I couldn't do anything with that person. I couldn't attack with them or anything. So I'm not sure if it's a bug. I'm not sure if I'm not understanding the card. I've seen things like that come up quite a bit in this game, so that's another weird issue. If I had to guess, it's not explained on the card well enough, but it could be a bug too. So I might want to get rid of this card if I keep messing around with this. Reaction, enemy fighter attack fails. We can play this so they're no longer inspired and can't be inspired for the rest of the fight, which is kind of nice. Concealed weapon on a critical hit. We do extra +2 damage, so that might help with, what is it, the Crushing Force. But that's only range 1 weapons. Face of Death. So another reaction. During an adjacent enemy fighter's attack action, before any dice are rolled, roll a defensive die. If we get a shield or a crit, your opponent rolls 1 fewer attack action. So just kind of a way to weaken enemies by being next to them if we get lucky on the dice rolls. And you can reroll any attack die, the first friendly fighter's attack action in the next activation. These are fine. I'm totally fine with this. Let us go ahead and pass. Stop telling me people are waiting to queue up. Alright, let me take a look here. I don't even know what these guys do. So you've got 4 health. It's Phil Grimner. If you hold an objective, he gets inspired. But can I see? Yeah, so 214, then he goes 315. So he gets extra health. That's pretty nasty. Also, 4 damage is quite good. So he goes up in damage as well. That's pretty bad. Is this the leader? Yeah, that's the warband leader. Alright, not a huge fan of that, honestly. So as far as deployments go, let's put... We can put kind of an expendable guy out front, maybe. That's not like the worst idea in the world. I've got more spots over here. So you've only got 3 health, so we might want to try to go for Tefk Flamebearer. He's got a couple different attacks. 3 die for 1 damage. Interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna put Varklov out here then. Maybe we can try to go after you a little bit. Yeah, this is gonna be tough to deal with on this side. We'll go with the Everhanged up here. He does have more guys, so he's got 4. Briar Queen. Let's put you there-ish. We do have a 2 range attack with her. Then we'll just throw in some of the basic guys in the other spots. I can't see my attacks here, which is kind of unfortunate. So I know some of these guys have weak attacks. Probably doesn't matter because they're probably just going to die. But one of you go be a sacrificial lamb up front, please. And then we'll just throw the rest of you out wherever. Okay, opponent's going first, grabbing an objective, which makes him inspired, which is not good. What do we have here? Reroll an attack die. Are we going to attack anybody? We could go for movement first. We could move a bunch of chain rasps around. So I think we'd want to wait then if we're going to do that first. I think we'll do that first, so I'm going to pass here. First time a friendly unit suffers damage, in the next activation, something. Result is a block, they suffer no damage. Okay, well, we'll just move on our next activation then, that's totally fine. But we're going to move a bunch of people. So we're going to have Varklov here. We're going to go ahead and trigger the push chain rasps. You can kind of see we've got a lot of movement. So we have a lot of people around that we can move up here. So we'll start from the back. It's only 2 tiles, but it's still, you know, decent amount. Being a little slow here about the movement. So, but between this and our actual fast movement, we can pretty quickly start swarming people, which is kind of what we want to do. It's probably the only way we're really going to be that successful against dwarves like this. Yeah, we want to swarm you for sure. I can just kind of ignore this lethal hex tile, but I might want to try to knock you around into it. So I don't want to sit on the tile, but we'll go over there. And what is this? Next activation. Yeah, we want to wait till his turn's over, and then we'll go ahead and play that. I don't think it matters. Like, if I play it now, I think it only affects his turn, not my turn. It could last, like it should last. We might get killed here. Nope, we're fine. But he's going to push me around, which is unfortunate, so I don't get the bonus. So we could stop you from being inspired. I'd kind of like to stop their leader from being inspired, but I don't think it's going to work out that way. Sure, we'll just go ahead and do that. Playing a reaction also gives me a victory point, so why not? Go away, please. Alright, so we have victory points, but we can also do some upgrades and things. What do we want? Make them weaker by throwing this on a chain rasp. We want to do this, so we get extra, like a reroll on an attack next time, and then we can upgrade somebody. I wouldn't mind getting the extra damage. That might be interesting. Varklov has a way that if he kills people, so he has an upgrade, if he kills somebody, we get an extra victory point from him. So buffing him is always kind of nice. We can go close up with the Briar Queen as well, but I usually keep her at range. So this probably won't matter much there. We do have... Where's the Everhanged? It's out here somewhere. Up front. So we could go for the Everhanged. Yeah. Let's put that on you. Although he's liable to just get one shot by the enemy. Okay, we're inspired by being next to people, so those guys get some nice benefits. So we could charge in here. We've got the movement, and we could even come in, go for a charge on him. And then we could get the extra damage. You know, I don't think that's like the worst idea in the world. We'll go for this guy. Do a crazy little charge attack here. Got a crit. Sure. I mean, I can reroll it, so why not? Double crit. Nice. Gets a block. I think his thing... Yeah, so it doesn't matter anymore. So it was only that one turn that he had the take no damage if he rolled a block. Alright, one down right away. Very nice. So I will go ahead and play this just to see. So it should get rid of his charge token. It looks like he still has it. Like, I think that's what this is right here. It could be action token, I'm not sure. If I look at him, is it going to tell me anything? Right, I can't do anything with you, I understand. I just want to see if you have the charge token or not. Whatever. Alright, Face of Death. Let's go ahead and put that... It would give me immediate benefit on this chain rasp right here. So I'm going to go ahead and do it, even though this guy's probably just going to get slaughtered. Right, so we want to go ahead and activate it. So it means one less attack die on him. He is attacking me. No successes on either side, I don't think. Yeah. So we avoid attacks on a dodge, which is like an arrow. Play this after a friendly fighter's attack action, something something. What was that? Oath sworn. Can make another attack action against the same fighter. Yeah. So we'll try to reduce your dice. Looks like we succeed, so less dice for you. He fails, we succeed, so nothing coming in. Excellent. So playing that on him actually kept him alive, probably. I've got no more power cards. So what did I draw? 3 or more ploys. I don't think we've played that many. 1 fighter in your own territory, 1 fighter in the enemy. We already have that. We'll trigger that at the end here. Friendly fighter makes a successful attack action, deals at least twice as much damage. That's going to be difficult. I don't think we're going to get that. So when I get the chance to discard, I'll probably just discard that. So we could bring up additional support. So yeah, like Everhanged here. Yeah, I can't do anything. I can't put him in guard or anything. So it is, like, as far as I can tell, it's still canning him as though he is charged. Even though it shouldn't. It should can him as just moved, which means I should be able to put him in guard. Or attack with him. But it kind of seems like it's not working that way. Fine, whatever. Yeah, I'll probably remove that card. It seems like it's not doing me any good. So Varklov could go for a little bit of a hit. I can't move everybody again. We've got another activation after this one, so we could just set up and just move guys in. So that's actually what I'm going to do. We're just going to move additional chain rasps to the front line, trying to swarm enemies. We'll do like a charge next time, maybe. Trigger our Face of Death again. He's going to go for attacking again. Hey, we succeeded again. Nice. Less dice for you. He does get a hit. And I get a successful block because I'm adjacent to somebody else. Does move me, though. No powers. Alright, so last activation of the turn here. There is a guy way back there. We could go after him. I don't think you do a lot of damage, though. Yeah, you only do 1 damage. It is 3 dice, though. I don't think we'll do that. I mean, it's tempting to throw Varklov in, but he can only hit somebody that no one else is adjacent to. We could do a charge action here, but it's not going to do much damage. So we've got a ton of movement here, which is quite nice. I don't know that I want to start my turn adjacent to these guys, but I do get bonuses when I'm next to people. We could go ahead and move her up and get a smack off from behind the front line. That's not like the worst idea in the world. Do a couple damage. We've got 3 dice. Let's go ahead and give that a shot. Throw out the whip there. Nice crit. Alright, half your health done. Do I want to knock you back? Actually, I kind of do. I'm assuming you're fairly slow. And I don't want to have the opponent get free attacks off at the start of the next round. I want him to actually have to burn like a charge attack or something. So we get another victory point. Excellent. Right, let's get rid of... Oh, each player. Okay, never mind. This is kind of a waste then. Yeah, we'll just get rid of both of these. I thought it was just me. It's each player, so that's kind of useless. Let's draw some new stuff. Let's see how this goes out. So I get to choose first. Let me look at my cards then. Let's see what we got. If we played Scored an objective card, played a ploy, played an upgrade. So that's possible. Gotten that before. Your warband dealt damage to 3 or more enemy fighters. There are 3 of them left. We could try for that, but it's only for 1 victory point. Surviving friendly fighter has 3 or more upgrades that we can kind of build towards. We have an upgrade for the Briar Queen. After enemy fighters attack, take somebody out, we do additional damage. Okay. Awakened weapon, you can reroll 1 attack dice each time this fighter makes attack action. Quite nice. Extra health. Mighty Swing, first attack action with a range characteristic of 1. Targets all adjacent enemy fighters. That's okay. We could potentially try to go for a smack on that. But I can't play them before I take an action. So we might want to try to go for hits on everybody. We could try to prioritize taking out the wounded guy. Do enough damage. We've got the movement too. We can actually move to really interesting spots and like try to get away from these guys. Maybe draw them further away from the front lines, that kind of thing. Alternatively, we could just use this turn to move a bunch of chain rasps up and just kind of swarm them. If we go to, I mean, we can get a couple adjacent here. It's not great, but it is something. I kind of really want to kill this weak guy here, if possible, because he's really nasty. I'd have to get really lucky. Or I could move the Briar Queen herself up and have her take the shot. I feel like that's a bit risky. I can do 2. Do extra damage, potentially. Alright, I'm gonna have you go crazy and have just kind of a random shot out there. We've got the movement, so we'll try to go for just hits in general. Ooh, got a crit. Alright, that's gonna kill him, I think. We've got the extra +2 damage, so yeah, just down, dead. Down, dead, and done. Alright, what do we want to do? We've got a bunch of upgrades. We also have in next activation. We're not activating next, so that's fine. Extra health for somebody, rerolling attacks, and we have an upgrade for the Briar Queen, which is okay. We just have more options for movement when it's her turn to move. These guys are probably doing 3 damage, I would assume. So I'm going to go ahead, we'll go extra health, and I'm going to go with the Everhanged, just so he can maybe survive a hit. Okay, he's pushing a guy, so he put him onto an objective, which means he's going to be stronger because he's on that objective. Let's get a reroll on the Briar Queen. And we'll hold off on this until it's actually going to affect my turn. If I play it now, it doesn't really do anything. So he's going to be stronger. I think his health goes up as well, which will make him a bit tougher to deal with. So he'll probably just attack with his warband leader. Yeah, so we can go ahead and get the Face of Death. Hopefully surviving. Okay, didn't get anything there, so he will have all of his dice for the attacks. Got 1 hit. I got 1 avoid. Totally fine. Does move me a little bit, though. Choose enemy fighter, something, something. Piercing Stare. Can't make an attack action or a charge action in the next activation. Who did you play it on, though, is my question. Is there any information here on that? I don't see anything there. No. This one? I don't see it on anybody. How about you? Okay, I don't know, whatever. I have no idea who you played it on. Alright, we'll go ahead and do this, so we can maybe hit 2 people with an attack on our activation. We charge somebody in there, take a swing. So I could have the Briar Queen go in and have her do it and hit everybody. It's a little risky because then the Briar Queen might get killed, but if I can take out the Warband leader, she's going to have the best bet because she's rolling 3 dice for 2 damage. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that, I think. So this should hit both of them. We'll roll separately. So we get a single hit. Let's re-roll something. Okay, we do get a successful hit there. Another dead dwarf. Excellent. He doesn't inspire till his turn starts, so that's why he didn't have the extra health there. But yeah, I feel like we should have attacked him as well because of our ability that we played. I guess we'll play the upgrade, because why not? Yeah, I would have sworn the card we played should have meant that we would attack both of them. Okay, got lucky with a nice crit there on the block. Let's see. Can I go back further? Apparently not. No. Alright, yeah, I'm not sure about that. Anyway, our next activation. Maybe it didn't work because hers is a 1 or 2 range? I'm not sure. Anyway, we do have somebody adjacent. We could go ahead and move a bunch of people. Did he charge for that? I'm pretty sure he did. Is there a way to see if he has a charge token on him? I don't see one. So you know what? I'm going to go ahead and have Varklov. We're just going to move a bunch of chain rasps and just swarm this guy, or, you know, get closer to swarming him. Just start closing in for every direction. I can't move you. Why not? I don't know. Fine, be that way. Got no powers. Your turn, Mr. Dwarf. Did nothing. I'm pretty sure he charged, and that's why. I could be wrong. So we do have a couple next to you. So I think we just keep, like, swarming. I think that's the plan here. So we'll just do some charges, because we've got the movement. We can just kind of move around and smack from, like, every direction. You don't do much. Actually, how many more activations are there? This is it. So this is the last activation. So I might want to actually go for more damage instead. You at least do 2 damage. We can bring somebody else in if they do at least 2 damage. So I want to get at least 2 points of damage off, if possible. Okay, we got a success because we're next to some people. We do get a nice little smack in there. He's just standing around while we surround him from every direction. So we did do damage to at least 3 people. We did play all the cards we needed, so we got those. So this one, surviving friendly fighter has 3 or more upgrades. We can probably get there, so I'll go ahead and keep that. That's fine. Well, it'll be over before then. We'll kill the guy, but it doesn't end when you kill everybody. What's this one? Yeah, we'll hold on to this. If you kill somebody, we can do some bit of damage back. All your fighters are holding objectives. Well, he's only got 1, so okay, fine. Gets a couple of victory points there. Discarding some stuff. So he's at 2, we're at 7, so doing quite well. Yeah, I think we would like to go first, thanks. I think I'll just go for the kill with the Briar Queen. What do we have here? If all your surviving fighters are in opponent's territory, we get a couple more. So we'd have to move just to... I mean, we could definitely do it. No enemy fighters in your territory, so we'll get that. That triggers at the end. 3 or more upgrades. What do we have here? Extra damage. Make another attack if we miss. Play a free upgrade card. Friendly fighter doesn't have guard, give him guard. So yeah, we still have that. Somebody dies, they go out. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and go. We're gonna have the Briar Queen herself try to go for a kill here. So yeah, let's just wail on this guy. What else do we have here? Wizard. Yeah, I don't understand this. There's no spells or anything. It's just, you're a wizard. You're a wizard, Harry. Yeah, I don't have any spells, so it doesn't matter. All I have is the whip. So I will wrap the whip lovingly around Tef's neck before drawing it tight and choking the life out of him. All of those count as hits, and we got a crit, so I'm totally fine with that. He gets nothing. Tefk dies horribly, horribly. Alright, upgrades. So I think we've got 2 on the Briar Queen. We give her 1 more, we're all good. How about, yeah, you can have some extra health then, or extra damage on attacks. That's what I meant. Do more health damage. That's totally what I meant. Give somebody guard. I mean, we can. It doesn't really matter. Put the Briar Queen on guard. Sure, why not? I don't know. There's no enemies left to fight. Unless he's got a way to bring them back from being dead. We are pretty well set. We'll just try to move everybody onto this side of the board before the end. I just need 2 activations. I don't know if I have another one. Yeah, I do have another one. Okay, it's just dark there. Can you get across? Yes, you can. Alright, just move. Powers to play. Got nothing to do. Yeah, and again, so this is the 3rd time I've played with this faction, and in none of them have I lost anybody. Nobody's ever died. I mean, they're already dead, so... but yeah, you'd think with the 2 health that they would actually be pretty easy to take out, but I've gotten really, really lucky on blocks and stuff. They do have some ways to weaken attackers, so I think that's part of why I've been able to successfully do that. Okay, he's playing a ploy to give one of his guys extra movement. He has no guys, so sure, great. Good job. It's kind of refreshing in a way with this faction, with the way this is built, that I don't worry about objectives at all. I just kind of go for killing people, racing to this side of the board, and that's pretty much it. Once we have that done, we are all set. So I don't really have much I can do that matters here. Well, I literally have nothing I can do that matters. So I'll just throw you on guard, because why not? Just to get this over with a little quicker. Yeah, it's the first time I played against the dwarves. They're not terrible. Okay, he didn't push anybody back, which he should have, but he doesn't know what kind of cards I have for scoring points. So, understandable. There's points, there's more points. Usually when I've played, it's a lot closer than this. This is one of the better results I've ever had with getting 14 victory points. You got anything? Nope. All right. A stunning victory for the Briar Queen. Alright, so as janky as this game is, I am having a little bit of fun playing with the different factions. Some of them are kind of fun to play, but there's no drive, like, other than maybe try to beat every other warband with your warband, there's nothing really pushing you. There's no upgrades, there's no level ups outside of each individual battle. In a way, I think that makes it easier for the game to be balanced, but on the other hand, it doesn't give me a lot of drive to keep coming back. So I might, with some of the factions that I enjoy, I might try to make a run at all the different other factions to see if I can beat them. Maybe even, fighting against themselves. Just see what we can do. What did we get? A new warband skin. Well, I guess we can take a look at that then. So the Regal Wraiths is not great, so we got Dark Visage. I mean, that's not bad. I kind of like the default, very ghosty looking. This one, has some gold and purple mixed in there, but I still think this looks better. And that's the thing, most of them, I think the default looks the best. So yeah, I'm just going to stay with the default. That's fine. I don't know how many different skins there are for the different warbands, but it's kind of nice that there's something there. So I have these factions I'm going to try playing around with. So I'll play around with some Skaven, some Orcs, some more Undead, some Zinchi Boys, some Corn guys. So we'll do that and play around with them. And then maybe if I'm enjoying myself. So far I've liked Molog's Mob and the Briar Queen the best out of different factions. I might try to make a run at all the different factions and see how we do. But, we'll see. All right, this has been more Warhammer Underworlds. I've been Disturbing Puppet. Thanks for coming by. Hopefully I'll see you all again next time. Until then, have a good one.